Hey y'all, welcome back. In a minute. Uh, it's you get so busy. I'm doing reactions on the other channel. I want to talk though about the recent election. Now, here's my thing. Election, your voice matters. The voice of the people went for Trump. Like him or hate him, the majority of people, including people that are in different classes, every race, ethnic, creed, whatever you want to call it, people from different backgrounds, people in rural, people in the city, people everywhere, decided that our leader the next 4 years is going to be Donald Trump. Trump 2024, it happened. What do you want me to tell you? Okay. Here is where I think it is insane. These reactions to people finding out that he won. For me, it is unfathomable that people react this way, that people become like this. And I'm not saying that it doesn't happen on the right, or that maybe when Biden, won the election last time in 2020, that there might not have been people who were holding themselves in the best possible way. Like maybe their decorum was crazy, right? But in an individual, sense, I don't know why it is that this always ends up popping in my feed, but I feel like I see this behavior in our younger generation more and more. And I'm not going to play this whole thing. It's like 20 minutes long, maybe one or two, but you'll get the idea. Something is seriously wrong here, and this needs to be addressed on a much wider scale, that this type of behavior just isn't appropriate. If you don't like it, take it to the ballot box. And if your candidate doesn't come out, that doesn't mean you get to behave like this. These are grown adults throwing childish 2-year-old temper tantrums. And at the end of the day, you're going to be all right. You can't completely circumvent the process. The Constitution was designed that to even create an amendment or to change the Constitution in any radical way, you'd have to have 2/3 of, you know, Congress and Senate, is what I understand, before something like that can even be done. So when you're talking about, federal law and women's rights being taken away, it's your rights haven't been taken away. There's no constitutionality to abortions. That's why it was given back to the states. So if you have a problem with it and you want to change that in your state, vote for it. But if you don't get the reaction or the result that you wanted, not everybody's in agreement with you, and that's okay. You don't get to behave like this. Anyway, let's take a look at this first one, because I am I was floored watching this, and I thought, why not talk about it?
Stop. Stop. Damn.
Oh,
Well,
okay. Not only are you destroying your own things, you're destroying your house. You just jacked yourself up in the face. What did that accomplish? What did it accomplish? In what world did this change anything? It didn't.
see, that's why I'm recording. Because the cops ain't gonna believe this shit.
That is a crying shame that he even had to say that. That is a crying shame this guy, whoever is recording this, had to say that. That's why I'm recording it, because if you call the cops, they're not going to believe that I didn't hit you unless I'm recording it. That last one is the equivalent of a 2-year-old throwing a tantrum in the middle of a grocery store and laying on the ground and screaming his eyeballs out because he didn't get the cereal that he wanted. You're an adult. Act like it. That ain't acting like it. Let's watch one more here.
Will never not know you. And that's something we'll both have to live with.
We don't care.
Perfect place to stop it. We don't. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not saying that I voted for him or I didn't vote for him, but nobody cares. Like, grow up. Take it to the ballot box. And if the ballot box doesn't swing in your favor, don't cry about it. What in the world? What in the world are you talking about? Screaming like a child, throwing a temper tantrum, knocking yourself out against a door frame. I have friends who voted for Kamala. I have friends who voted for Donald Trump. I'm not going to disown anybody because of their political view. I'm not going to not invite them to the Thanksgiving dinner or the Friendsgiving because I'm with my family. I wouldn't disavow my family for voting opposite me. That's childish behavior. This is what it looks like when you've never been told no in your life, where you were part of the timeout generation, where you had everything handed to you on a silver platter. And if you played a sport, whether you were good or not, you got a participation trophy just for participating, not even for earning anything. You didn't earn a participation trophy, you just showed up. Some people are benched the entire season. How did they participate? By showing up and sitting on the bench and keeping it warm for another player who's actually playing? That's the type of thing that kills me. We have made weak-minded people. And so the generation that's growing up right now, if you can even call it that, we'll say that the generation that's getting older, up here, something's loose. I'm sorry. And I'm not saying it's strictly on one side, because I saw a video the other day, and I wish I had that video because I would play that too. This is someone on the right side, right? Two people in a taxi cab asking the driver where they're from, if they were an American citizen, if they were voting for Trump. And it wasn't a cab driver, I think it was an Uber driver. And the Uber driver didn't want to say any of it. He didn't want to talk about it. And they started ragging on him that you're from another country, you need to assimilate to our thing. Those people do not speak for the majority of conservatives. And I am sure that these people we just watched, right, do not speak for the majority of the liberals. But these are the ones that get the most attention. And it's sad. It's sad because all it does is further divide us. And it's being designed that way, I feel like. So those are my thoughts on this. Unbelievable. Anyway, live the life you want, guys. I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye.